In the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, Middle East dangers, and political gridlock, Israelis once again are casting their votes.
Don't tell my wife, but I voted for Avodah, for Labor. I made Aliyah 12 years ago, and the only Rosh Hashanah, the only prime minister I've had is Bibi. And I feel like it's time for a change.
I voted for Bennett. Yes, Yamina, because I think he stands for the values that we stand for. On the right, he's articulate. It just felt right.
We have one of the greatest among the greats that the Blessed One blessed us with, and that's Bibi Netanyahu.
Election Day is a national holiday here in Israel. Most of the nearly 13,000 polling stations are set up in schools like this one to serve 6.5 million voters. For many, the choice is not about left or right, but either for Prime Minister Netanyahu or against him. Yet despite all the opposition, the latest polls before Election Day lean slightly towards Netanyahu. He's banking on his aggressive COVID-19 vaccination push that has vaccinated about 80% of the population, and his outreach to the Arab world through the peace deals brokered by the Trump administration known as the Abraham Accords.
And I know that today many people will vote about the future of Israel and will think about the issue of COVID, economy, Iran, security. That's why the Prime Minister has still a huge advantage against the other candidates.
Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says Israelis will have to weigh the consequences if the new U.S. administration re-enters the Iranian nuclear deal.
I know that the Israeli people understand that they have to be strong, they have to defend their own sovereignty, that they can't take an America that wants to join a JCPOA laying down. They've got to respond to this in a way that protects and preserves their security. And I think whoever gets elected and is able to form a coalition over the coming days and weeks will be someone who advocates for that.
Regardless of the results, it might take weeks or even months for the next Israeli government to be formed.